So the Cleveland Browns lost yesterday to the Las Vegas Raiders 20-16, a very winnable game, a very must-win game in my opinion, just with how competitive the AFC North is going to be and currently is. They really needed this game to stay in competition, and they're playing the Raiders, man. It's not a home game, but still, like, a very winnable spot for them, and they blow it. Not only that, do Browns fans have to drown their sorrows in this big L. Also, not only that, but the GM of the Browns converted all but 1.21 mil of Amari Cooper's salary into signing bonus, which basically means he's available for a trade. He's already voiced some not so high opinions on being a Brown this past offseason with the Ayuk drama, and Amari is being wasted away with Deshaun Watson, man. So I really hope Amari goes somewhere else. I still think he's a high-level wide receiver, just hasn't been utilized last 2 years in my opinion. And whoever gets him, I think that would be a really great ad, but that's something we definitely got to keep an eye on. Who knows, maybe the Chiefs will try to gauge the Browns' interest with the Rashee Rice tearing his ACL. So, man, Amari Cooper, Pat Mahomes, that'd be pretty crazy, bro. That'd be pretty crazy. But back to the Browns. It's over, and we already knew this. The season's over. It's just the biggest mistake in NFL history, maybe. At the very least, it's in the top 3 off the top of my head right now, like the Russell Wilson trade, Bryce Young trade, Deshaun Watson contract. It's not a matter of if, it's just when at this point. Like, they just have to cut ties. And I know, like, it's a bigger cap hit than Russell Wilson. It's more dead money than Russell Wilson. I believe it's times 2 of what Russell Wilson's dead cap hit was. I believe his was 60 mil. Deshaun Watson's will be 170. So correct me if I got those numbers wrong, anyone in the comments below, but that's a huge cap hit. But this dude just ain't it, bro. Like, it's not working out, and it's not working out with one of the NFL's best offensive-minded coaches. Stefanski is a great coach. I mean, look what he did with Baker. I know Baker's been playing pretty good as of late, but still, like, Stefanski has a pretty good resume in my opinion, and you can't make it work with Deshaun Watson. This guy has just shown us nothing so far, man, and they just got to pull the plug. They have Jameis Winston, they have DTR, so I don't really know what they're waiting for. Browns fans are probably just begging for it. Just put him out of his misery, please. And I'm sure a lot of people in the organization are low-key happy about the recent lawsuit. As twisted as that sounds, it's probably the truth, because apparently this lawsuit has more evidence than the previous ones. This one supposedly includes a video as well, so if it includes a video, man, he's probably screwed, and the world will never hear of Deshaun Watson again. So I think the Browns should just bench him as soon as possible, try to salvage their season, try to salvage their fan base, their credibility, just as like a franchise, as like human to human, you know what I mean? And it's kind of ironic that Jameis Winston is the number 2. I know it goes kind of way back, but Jameis Winston isn't really the best guy off the field as well. He's definitely had his fair share of incidents at Florida State. Very sketchy stuff, to say the least. Not a good guy, but he's entertaining. Everyone likes him. He's funny, but I like Jameis Winston's game. I just like being the gunslinger. You live by it, you die by it. Either way, the ball's going down the field. It's very college-like, and I like that. I think the Browns need that because Deshaun Watson is just, he looks awful out there. It's flat. It's stupid play. It's just not NFL caliber, bro. And they got to make a change, man. They got to make a change. So let me know, Browns fans, when would you like to see this change? I'm assuming all of you would like to see it ASAP, but once Deshaun Watson goes, I don't know how they're going to be for the next couple of years. I really don't, because of that dead cap hit that I mentioned. Now, I'm sure somehow, some way, they could maybe manipulate the contract to a certain extent to make it not that bad with the lawsuits and whatnot, because I'm pretty sure in the contract he signed, there was a clause there that if there was any more allegations that would lose a certain amount of money. So I'm sure the lawyers or whoever is involved with that can definitely do something there to help out the Browns for their future, because that's just an insane dead cap hit, and I don't really know how a team can be competitive with that much money just going out the window. But like I said, if I'm Stefanski, I bench him right now. Just try to save the season. Try to make something out of it before you just have a fire sale and trade Amari, trade whoever, and just do like a rebuild essentially. Next up, you got the Commanders, then the Eagles, and the Bengals, then the Ravens. That's pretty brutal, man. That's pretty brutal. The Browns could easily drop the next 4. I really wouldn't be surprised if they did. That would make them 1-7 going into November. So yes, very, very bleak times for the Cleveland franchise right now, and you know, call what you want, but maybe it's karma. Maybe don't give bad dude the most guaranteed contract in NFL history at the time, you know, like especially with 22 lawsuits piled up against them. Let's give them the most guaranteed contract in NFL history. So I think this is karma, and especially with how they treated Baker Mayfield as well. But the Browns QB carousel will go on in the next 2025 offseason. They will definitely address the quarterback situation in some way, probably via the draft, so that'll be a very, very fascinating thing to keep an eye on. Definitely some good quarterbacks coming out this year, man. I know y'all watched that Georgia game. Colorado's been heating up a little bit, so it's definitely going to be fun to see who ends up as a Brown in the 2025 offseason. But with that being said, let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think about Deshaun Watson, the future of the Browns, and the current state of the Browns. Pretty dark times, but that's all I got for right now. Peace.
And they gather even more momentum here early in the game with the fumble recovery, Phil.
Yeah, go out there and make it happen. Don't hope the other offense makes a mistake. Go out there and hit them, get all over them, and make them turn that football over.
First down at the 19. And a gain of 4.
This is one good tackling defense. They stay in good position at all times, and we saw it that time when they stopped the play for a short gain.
2nd and 6. And the reception by Anderson.
Good job by the offense getting the first down in the red zone. Now it becomes tricky. Can you deceive the defense where you get a chance to get a score?
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Owen Denver in for the score. And Daniels has caught his first touchdown.